Good evening, I'm Kim Dacey, and I want to welcome you to the 35th Annual Taste of Howard County. I hope that everyone joining us is safe and well. You might know me for covering events, but tonight I'm thrilled to be hosting one. So when Gilchrist asked me to be tonight's MC, I embraced the opportunity. You see, my husband and our 2 children are proud Howard County residents, and we know how lucky we are to have Gilchrist right in our own community. Its mission is to provide counseling, support, and care to anyone with a serious illness so that they may live their life to the fullest. Elder medical care and hospice services are offered in homes and residential care facilities and at Gilchrist Center, Howard County, to thousands across our community every year. In fact, the center provides the only inpatient hospice care in Howard County. Proceeds from tonight's event benefit Gilchrist Center, Howard County in many ways, and most importantly, ensure that no patient is ever turned away, regardless of their ability to pay. This year's taste is a bit different for all of us, I know, and though we're not together in person, tasting all of the delicious food offered by so many wonderful Howard County restaurants, we're hoping that we can bring the Taste of Howard County experience to you, right in your very own home. In fact, this year's Taste Chairperson, Linda Ostovitz, and Vice Chair Cindy Gula, along with their steering committee, have planned the perfect menu. Isn't that right, Linda and Cindy?
Kim, thank you so much. We appreciate you being here with us tonight. Cindy, yay, it's Taste Night.
Here's to a great event.
Indeed.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Over the next 30 minutes or so, we'll visit some amazing Howard County restaurants and cafes, get a behind-the-scenes look at how their tastes are made, and learn a little bit more about why they all choose to support Gilchrist year after year. While you watch, you can scroll around the page to bid on incredible auction items, take your chance by purchasing 50/50 raffle tickets, and support Gilchrist directly by making a generous donation. All of these options are available until 8 p.m. tonight and all benefit Gilchrist. Now let's kick things off with a cocktail at 18th and 21st and join Linda Ostovitz and owner Steve Wecker.
Hello, my friend. I am so happy to see you.
Well, thank you very much, Linda. Good to see you too.
You know, under normal circumstances, we'd be out and about and running into each other all the time. And I'm thrilled to be here at your lovely 18th and 21st restaurant.
Well, thank you.
I will tell you, I was here for dinner last night.
Well, good. How was it?
Wonderful.
That's what I like to hear.
Always wonderful.
That's what I like to hear.
Pork chop
Uh-huh.
and smoked old fashioned.
Smoked Old Fashioned is our biggest selling cocktail.
They were delicious last night as always.
Good to
we
hear.
had the benefit of lovely music
Fabulous.
in the background, so it was terrific.
Fantastic.
Happy to be back here with you.
We're
so
lovely having folks back in the
I
house.
know. And you know, you have always been a giver in this
Thank you.
community.
Thank you. I have shared over the years that my dad, who passed away about 5 years ago, and was my hero, and he was the one who really taught us to give back to the community that you do business in.
Right.
And Dad is actually the reason that we are doing more with Gilchrist Hospice. Dad was with Gilchrist Hospice when he passed. And we did it for, I think, 12 years prior to that, the Taste of Howard County. And candidly, I never really understood why we did it,
Yes.
because I didn't really have any connection, other than we knew it was a terrific organization that does amazing work at a time when people need it the most. And suddenly, after all those years of participating, I find myself in a position where Dad passed away in September, and we realized what that meant, that organization meant to us as a family, certainly. And so since then, we've tried to up the ante and help raise more money, because we just think it's an invaluable service, and we really saw that when Dad passed away.
Here comes a bartender. Who is this person?
This person is Stephen Wecker, shockingly the same name as mine. This is my son, and Stephen is our assistant general manager here, and he also runs the beverage program.
So we are making our house smoked old fashioned. The cocktail starts with 2 ounces of Old Bardstown, and then we're going to use a 1/4 ounce of brown sugar simple syrup. And then kind of our secret ingredient is those smoked bitters, about 10 to 12 drops. We're gonna stir this cocktail. If you hold the mixing glass, you'll be able to kind of feel the mixing glass get a little cold, and that's how you know that your cocktail's ready. We're gonna grab a rocks glass. You're gonna put another large ice cube in that rocks glass right at the bottom. Strain that right on top of that ice cube. And then you're gonna use an orange peel. You always wanna take it shiny side away from you and kind of express the oils over the top. And then we're gonna garnish it with one of those Luxardo cherries.
Oh, how beautiful. Thank you so much. Thank you. So I can't think of a better way to celebrate being here with you than to click our glasses of smoked old fashions, my dear. Thank you. Cheers to you.
Hi, I'm Mary,
And I'm Joe.
and we are the Barberas from Aida Bistro and Wine Bar. We support Gilchrist Hospice in Howard County. They are wonderful people, and they've helped and supported our chefs, 2 of our chefs that have passed. And this year, in a special way, we'll be working with them with our virtual taste.
This year, 20% of the proceeds between now and December 1st will be donated to Gilchrist. Come on in and say Gilchrist 2020 and have food, drink, whatever you'd like, and we'll make that donation on your behalf and our behalf to Gilchrist. God bless Gilchrist.
Almost all of us at some point have lost a loved one or someone we hold dear, and having a partner in care and counsel makes that loss somewhat easier to bear. That's what Gilchrist is to so many, a partner to all who are touched by its staff of dedicated aides, nurses, doctors, social workers, chaplains, and volunteers.
Since 1997, Gilchrist has helped thousands across Howard County by providing expert care, pain management, and emotional support to those suffering from a terminal illness. Initially providing care in the homes of residents, Gilchrist Center, Howard County, opened its doors in 2011. This facility continues to serve as the only inpatient hospice center in the county. There, a team of dedicated clinicians and faithful volunteers continues to deliver specialized end-of-life services to patients while providing loved ones with cherished memories as they say their final goodbyes.
My dad, his name is Paige Adolphus C. Jr., and my aunt is Mary Mae Schooling. My aunt and my dad grew up in Laurel, Maryland, in the historic area on 10th Street. I still live in Laurel, not far from there, and that's home. That's always been home. So Howard County has always been home for us. My father and my aunt were actually in the same nursing home at the same time. My dad had been there for a couple of years, and when my aunt had gone downhill, I spoke with my cousin, and they had her moved into the building as well, and we actually had their rooms side by side so that my dad could wheel himself over to her room and have dinner with her and visit with her, which was wonderful that they were able to spend that time together in their last years. My dad has suffered with Parkinson's, I would say 26 years probably, and his condition had just gotten to that point where he needed a level of care that even the nursing home couldn't give him. I just felt in my heart that the best place for him was Gilchrist. A few months before my father passed, his sister was actually here in Gilchrist's care as well, and she passed away from Parkinson's disease as well.
For some, the word hospice brings feelings of sadness and fear. But at Gilchrist, compassion, comfort, and consolation are at the very core of its mission.
The memories that mean so much to me is just the amazing care that he received. And it wasn't just somebody coming in working like clockwork, like a robot. It wasn't like that. It was people that actually care about the family and the patient as a whole. The support system here, the social workers, the bereavement groups that they had, it's all just interconnected in a way that it's very soulful. You could feel the love and compassion, the drive to give that patient dignity in their last days, and that meant the world to me.
Charitable contributions sustain the center's ongoing efforts and ensure that no patient is ever turned away, regardless of their ability to pay.
Today we were able to come up for the installation of the plaques for my aunt and my father, and I had my sister, my 2 cousins, and my puppy with me, and it just was beautiful to be able to be here for that. I plan on coming up and putting flowers near the plaques, you know, just to have a place to be able to remember them both together. I couldn't think of a better way to say thank you to Gilchrist for what they did for my family. To have those plaques side by side, it just means so much to our family. Gilchrist means respect, compassion, dignity, because those are things that they gave my dad, things that he deserved.
Steel Fire Kitchen and Bar is a family-owned restaurant located in Fulton. We serve great burgers, sandwiches, salads, and milkshakes, and everything has to be fresh since we don't even have a freezer on premise.
These are our new cheese stick egg rolls here, strip steak, bourbon onions, American cheese with a drizzle of our homemade Thai chili sauce and honey mustard. Get used to that.
Cindy, it is so good to see you in person.
Oh, Linda, it's been so long. It's so great to see you.
So, you know, we've been planning this for months now. I can't imagine a more perfect place to be than Turf Valley as we're celebrating the taste of Howard County.
It's such a beautiful venue here, all the amenities they have, and this beautiful garden. I agree completely.
You know what? We can't be here, but we're going to do it in another way this year.
Exactly.
All for such a fabulous cause. But speaking of celebrations, we have with us Pete Mangione, who's the king of celebrations at beautiful Turf Valley here. Hi, Pete.
Hi, Pete.
Hi, Linda, Cindy. Nice to see you both.
Oh, it's great to see you. You look great.
Thank you, and so do you. I'm sorry I didn't wear my pink today.
Well, that's okay. You can run and change and join us again. Can't you do that?
I
so
can.
Do you think you have room for us on your dance card next year?
Absolutely. We look forward to the event coming back next year. This is one of our longest running events that we have here at Turf Valley.
How many years has it been, do you think, that we've been coming
I
here?
would think it's over 25.
Oh, my goodness.
Wow,
I would think
that's
it's over
impressive.
25. It's a great event. It's a who's who of the county is here. Everybody is here, and all the wonderful restaurants.
Pete, tell us about the history of Turf Valley and your family in Howard County.
Well, my parents purchased the property in 1979. That was 41 years ago. At the time, it was just the clubhouse. And since that time, we've added some ballrooms, added the hotel, added a golf course, added our town square. It's been quite a project, and it's a true family project. I don't know if you know this, but I have 4 brothers, and I have 5 sisters.
Wow.
And all 10 of us are involved in our family business.
That's wonderful.
Thank you for the memories. How about that?
Yeah.
Yes,
And-
on behalf of everybody that's ever had a wedding or an event or anything else like that at Turf Valley.
Here,
Cheers.
here.
Here, here.
To
Cheers.
many more.
To many more years.
Thank you.
Cheers.
Hi, my name is Brandon Wein. I'm the executive chef here at Alexandra's restaurant at Turf Valley Resort. We are a big participator in the Taste of Howard County. I would like to present you one of my favorite appetizers, the Brisket Nacho. I take whole briskets and I brine them for 2 days in an apple juice brine. That includes salt, sugar, bay leaves, peppercorns, and water. And I rub it down with brown sugar, smoked paprika, garlic, black pepper, and salt. And then I smoke it anywhere from 12 to 14 hours. I like to get it nice and brown on each side, so about around 2 minutes on each side. See that nice caramelization on the cap there, exactly what we're looking for. While that side's doing, I'm going to go ahead and start preparing our plate. Little arugula just for color. We're going to come down with our homemade fried corn tortillas. Good, you can see all that caramelization in there. Real nice, what we're looking for. We're ready to start our plate. Lay this right down. Let's see that nice caramelization there. All right, So then we're gonna go into our house-made pimento cheese, which you can buy at any grocery store. We make it here in-house at Alexandra's. It's mayo, cheddar cheese, Parmesan cheese, roasted red pepper, poblano pepper, salt, pepper. So we're gonna take a few scoops of this, put it right on top there. This is one of our membership's favorite appetizers to come and get. And with cherry tomato, a little bit of red onion. Basically not your normal nacho that people will be thinking, but it is delicious. We're gonna come in a little streak of jalapeno ranch. And that is Alexandra's Brisket Nacho.
Hi, it's Margaret from Lost Ark Distilling here in Howard County, Maryland. We're humbled and proud to be part of this year's virtual taste celebration, helping to raise money for Gilchrist Center, Howard County. We're hoping lots of you are curious about our rums and plan to donate lots of money to win a few bottles in the silent auction. In addition, check out the coupon we've offered in the taste program and plan a visit to the distillery soon to enjoy a tasting and a cocktail on us. Cheers! It's 5 o'clock.
Hi everybody, my name is Ben Lambert. I'm the executive chef at the Turnhouse in Columbia, Maryland, and today we're going to make our pastrami smoked salmon with summer vegetables and a carrot mustard sauce. So right here we have our little portion of salmon, and we're going to take that portion and we're just going to season it with salt and some of our pastrami spice here. In our pastrami spice we have like black pepper, smoked paprika, coriander, a little bit of allspice in it. And then before we have the salmon to the plate right here, we've actually taken the time to smoke the salmon a little bit. So just to kind of mimic what you get with pastrami. And so what I do first is I'm just going to take the salmon, put it in the pan, and I'm going to sear it on the skin for about 2 minutes. Then I'm going to put it and finish it in the oven for about 3 to 5 minutes. And then while that's cooking right there, we're going to start making our vegetables. And so we have our vegetables right here. We have some mixed colored marbled potatoes here. And we have some green and yellow summer squash here, which we've cut up and we've slightly sauteed before we do this. So first I'm just going to place the potatoes on the cut side down to get it nice and crispy. And right now, salmon here, we've probably gotten the skin crispy enough to a point where we can finish it in the oven. And we have the oven at about 400 degrees. Potatoes are cooking nicely. I'm just going to add a little bit of butter to it. So you just want to keep the pan on medium heat so you don't burn the butter when you put it in there. And then we're going to take our summer squash here. Just add it to the other side of the pan. Just toss it around. You see, you can flip the potatoes over. They're already starting to get nicely colored right there. Just gonna season our potatoes here with a little bit of salt. Toss them up together a little bit more. Then we're gonna take our sauce here. Start to warm our sauce up here. This is our carrot mustard sauce, which we make by taking some carrot juice, orange juice, and some white balsamic vinegar, and we reduce that sauce down. And then right now I'm just going to add a little bit of butter to the sauce just to tame down the acidity of the sauce. Just stir your pan around here until the butter is completely emulsified. Now that our vegetables are done here, just try to leave most of the butter and the fat in the pan. And I'm going to sprinkle a little bit of some fresh cut chives on top of it there. So I'm just going to put the potatoes on a plate in like a straight line. And then I'm going to take our carrot mustard sauce here. Just put it on the plate. Then I'm going to grab our fish out of the oven. Give you nicely crisped up skin. We're just going to take some of our garnish here, which we have a little bit of pea tendrils here. Just a little bit of watermelon radishes here. And there you have your pastrami smoked salmon with your summer vegetables and carrot mustard sauce.
We're at the Turnhouse with Chef Thomas. Thank you very much for your support of Gilchrist and Taste of Howard County.
Yeah, definitely. Happy to help. So.
Well, this is my 3rd year with Taste of Howard County. And
I think it's my 4th.
Oh, really?
Yeah, I think so. I believe we've done 3 and this would have been the 4th.
What draws you to the community service and Gilchrist, supporting Gilchrist and the rest of the community?
Sure. I guess we've always kind of been under the philosophy that if you're in a place where you can help people, that you should help people. And I think that Taste of Howard County is great because it's mutually beneficial for us too. It's a great chance. Well, so it's something that I didn't expect, but one of the best parts about it is to be able to meet all the other people involved in the restaurant scene. We were speaking about it earlier, that it's so nice to meet all the local restaurateurs. Now they're a bunch of friends of mine, so it's that's been really great.
Now, I understand you're from Howard County.
Yep, I grew up in Ellicott City and went to River Hill High School, but then right when high school ended, left and went to Johnson & Wales University in Providence, Rhode Island, and then moved to New York City, and I lived there for about 4 years, and worked at a restaurant called 11 Madison Park, and that kind of really opened the door for me to go on to the next chapter, was moving to Napa Valley and working at the French Laundry. And I worked there for also about 4 years and kind of went through the ringer, I guess is the right way to put it. And then from there moved north up to Seattle, and then while I was in Seattle had the opportunity to come back to the Howard County area and open the Turn House. And really the thing that solidified the fact that this is where I wanted to be was that a lot of my family was here already, and in the area there's all these awesome farms and local producers of great organic vegetables, and they raise pigs and cows and everything under the sun that a chef would want to work with is all kind of right here. And then we also have the good view.
Yes, yes, I definitely think the view has certainly helped during the outdoor period and with COVID outdoor dining.
Yeah, we're definitely fortunate to have such a big outdoor space during this. Thanks, Booty. I appreciate it. During these kind of crazy times, so we didn't have to change our lives too much like some people did to keep their businesses afloat. So we're thankful there.
Well, that is very good. Yeah, this looks phenomenal. What would you say your culinary specialty or approach is?
I think that my culinary specialty is to not have a specialty and to be able to cook just about everything. And we change our menu kind of based on what's available. And it's actually one of my best friends from high school is one of our main vegetable producers. A friend of mine, Chris Rhodes. He is really one of the masterminds behind Frank's Produce and Greenhouses, they're incredible. So every winter we meet and talk about what vegetables he's going to grow for us, and then we kind of cook whatever he's got. So.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah.
Well, we really appreciate your time and support of Taste of Howard County and Gilchrist. So.
Well, cheers. Yeah.
Cheers.
We should eat this. Beautiful
plate
of food here.
This looks delicious.
Your support tonight is invaluable to Gilchrist. Please keep placing your auction bids, buying those 50/50 raffle tickets, and of course, consider making a contribution. Your generosity tonight ensures that patients and families continue to receive special Gilchrist services like music therapy, final veteran salutes, and bereavement and counseling support. I want to take this opportunity to thank our presenting sponsor, the Harry H. Witzke's Family Funeral Home, and the many additional sponsors who helped make tonight possible. Gilchrist President Kathy Hamill recently sat down with Taste Committee member and generous donor Shell Kelly to talk about Shell's experience with Gilchrist and what it means to her.
Shell, it's so good to see you, and I'm so glad that you're here with me this afternoon. We've been through a lot together over the years, and I thought that maybe you could just start by, let's talk about Paul, and let's talk about our journey.
Well, Paul and I met in Washington, D.C., and of course, I think it was love at first sight, but it took me a little while to get used to that idea, and we began dating, and we married 2 years later, and on to 2 beautiful children.
And Shell, you know, unfortunately, Paul got sick way before the time he should have gotten sick. Tell me about that.
Paul was diagnosed with melanoma on his cheek in 2006. He, of course, passed in June of 2009. And, of course, his final days he spent at Gilchrist Center in Towson.
And tell me about his trip to Towson, if you would.
When Paul was diagnosed, and of course then the recurrence of the cancer, The doctors, of course, said there was nothing more they could do. So we took him home. And we knew about Gilchrist Hospice because we had the home care for about a week. One thing Paul did want was to die with dignity. And I must say that hospice was able to grant him that wish, to die with dignity, to be with his family, and to be comfortable. His final days were spent at the Gilchrist Center in Towson. His last ride was in an ambulance traveling from our home in the River Hill, Clarksville community in Howard County to the Gilchrist Center in Towson, which was about a 30-minute drive. On that way, he kept saying, "Why is there not a hospice center in Howard County?" And I said, "I don't know." And he says, "You need to find out why and do something about it." Little did I know that plans were already being made to open that facility. 2 years after Paul's passing, on the day of his passing, is when we opened the Gilchrist Center of Howard County Inpatient Center. And I must say that they continued to provide the warm, compassionate care that we remember many, many years ago.
Yeah, it's kind of amazing how, and I'll use the term good death, how amazing a good death leads to so many different relationships and connections and healing. And maybe you could talk a little bit about the experience that you had with the grief group that you were involved with after Paul died.
Absolutely. The grief group was very valuable to me. When I was going through it at the time, I felt it difficult to drive into the parking lot, park my car, get out of that car and walk in that door because I knew we would be talking about our loved ones passing for the next hour or two. And that was difficult because you knew what was happening. But week by week, things got better. But I realized early on that Paul and I were together 30 years. So what we had as our deep love for each other is very valuable. Some people never have something like that, and others can share that. So I think that's what carries me through my days, is knowing that that love is still there. And now with Gilchrist and everything they're doing, you're growing, you're providing so much care for others. That's important.
This next year, we're going to embark on some new and special changes to the Gilchrist Center, Howard County. We are in the early planning stages of adding an additional 4 beds. We're now at the point where there are days when people are waiting to get into the Gilchrist Center, Howard County. I'm always reminded of Paul and that message about making sure that people who are in Howard County can stay in Howard County for the care that they need.
Absolutely, and thank you. Thank you for having us, because together we can climb mountains and help
have.
us. And have.
So here's to more mountains.
Cheers.
More mountains and more care. I love you.
I love you also. Thank you for everything.
Hello there, everyone. Sorry we won't be with you this year at the Taste of Howard County, but we here at the King's Contrivance want you to know that we have continuing support of Gilchrist Hospice Care Center of Howard County. So please, right now, make a generous donation, because they need you and you need them possibly sometime in the future. Remember, when you need them, they'll be there. And if you need a good meal, come see us. Take care, be healthy.
Hi there, we're going to be making a fruit tart, which is one of our many selections here at Touché Touchet Bakery and Pastry Shop in Columbia. It's also a crowd pleaser, everybody loves it. So what we're starting off with is a cookie crust. We're going to add pastry cream to it. And then we're going to add fresh fruit that we've washed and cut. And I like doing it with at least 3 different colors because it's beautiful. It looks really nice. So I do strawberries, some nice plump blueberries. And then I like using kiwi for the difference in color there. What we do is we lay it all out. I was always taught you shouldn't see the pastry cream. It should be covered completely with fruit. And once we have this done, we have some heated apricot glaze that we glaze the tart with. What this does, it adds a nice sheen to it, protects the fruit, and adds a little bit of sweetness.
Mike, it's so good to be with you today at Touché Touchet in your outside location here.
Well, thank you. It's my pleasure.
So how long have you been here?
We have been here December 16th, will be 14 years.
Wow. Do you have neighborhood people who work for you?
We do. In fact, one of them, he was our first customer. He was 5 years old, and we made a carrot cake for a 5-year-old with a dragon on it.
Oh my.
And he now works here.
Oh, isn't that
He's
wonderful?
in high school. Well, yeah, it's kind of scary to think all the years, all these young kids,
We're not
and
gonna
now they're
count.
young adults.
Yeah.
So,
Oh,
yeah.
that's spectacular.
So now he works for us. He's a salesperson in front.
Uh-huh. How fabulous. Do you have another location besides this
We
one?
have a second location, which is a cafe. It's called Touché Touchet Bakery and Café, but we're going to be reinventing ourselves there. October will be 3 years we're there. We're changing it to Touché Touchet Louisiana Café, and we're going to really highlight Louisiana food. Red beans and rice, shrimp creole, gumbo, fried catfish, fried shrimp, shrimp po' boys.
Do you have a primary thing that Touché Touchet is known for?
Well, definitely known for our cakes.
Yeah.
I have some very dedicated decorators who, they really care about what they do. They're just not just putting it together. In fact, when we have a customer order a cake that's just plain, it drives them crazy
Oh, how
because they
cool.
want to decorate, put something on it.
Uh-huh.
But that also our pastries, all of our cookies are made from scratch. So yeah, and we have all of our customers have their favorites, and we try to make sure they're positioned in the cases all the time in the same spot, because I can watch when somebody comes in, and if something's moved, they panic because their eyes go straight for that spot, knowing what they want to get.
You know, we customers really appreciate that. You know, familiarity is a good thing.
Exactly.
For sure.
Especially now, under the circumstances. The cafe had to close for 2 months so we could get our footing and figure out how we're going to get through this. But the bakery, we never shut down. We kept our same hours because we've been part of this community. And I have diehard fans that come here every week. Some people come every day. And I wanted us to be here for them, so we never changed our hours. And it's paid off. People were very appreciative. First couple of weeks, things went a little down. But then after that, people were coming in thanking us. Thank you for being here. Thank you for, not shutting down. And they were actually literally throwing money at us. Their bill was $15. They gave us a $20 bill, keep the change.
Isn't that wonderful?
And it just made my heart smile to think that people loved us that much.
Well, but you know what? That's you getting back what you're putting out. And a lot of people, as you know, in this community have been hit so hard. And I think to some extent, the ones who've succeeded like you are the ones who've given so much. And then people just want to reach out and they want to support you. So I know you've been very supportive of Gilchrist for a lot of years now. What caused you to have an interest in Gilchrist? How did you become involved?
Well, I had an aunt who passed away about 6 years ago of cancer, and they took such good care of her. It was amazing. These people, they do it from the heart.
Absolutely.
And I mean, they helped her till the end. And I know she was very appreciative how they took, her quality of life was really good until the end. And it just meant a lot to me. So when I was approached to join Taste of Howard County, I said, absolutely. And it's a joy because the people that participate are wonderful. All the people that come in, get to try all the different food, specialty drinks. All these people are very giving, and it's just a joy. It's like a big party. It's a lot of fun.
Here, cheers to good food.
Cheers.
Cheers to this wonderful good food for a great cause. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Though we weren't together in person, I hope you enjoyed virtually visiting so many local Howard County restaurants tonight. And I hope you'll go out and support these and so many other wonderful restaurants in Howard County. I know I will. Don't forget, tonight is your chance to support Gilchrist. The silent auction and raffle will both close at 8 p.m. Make those bids and buy those tickets. When the auction closes at 8 p.m., winning bidders will be notified by text or email and will be prompted to check out. The raffle winner will also be notified by email and will get to split the winning proceeds with Gilchrist Center, Howard County. Special thanks once again to the Taste Steering Committee, the Gilchrist staff, and all of the wonderful sponsors and restaurants who made tonight possible. On behalf of everyone at Gilchrist, here's to good health in the coming months, and thank you for your support. We'll see you next year. Good night.